I'm Rob, and this is The Devil and the Fairy VR review by Barefoot Gaming. So what is The Devil and the Fairy? This is a cross between Dungeon Keeper and kind of your typical tower defense game. Except instead of your towers being stationary, you drop your units wherever you want on the map. Clearly there are restrictions, but the main gist of it is you have a power crystal, you set it in a location on the map, and wave after wave after wave of good guys actually come to try to destroy it. Your goal is to build up enough energy that you can keep buying units to keep fighting the guys that are trying to raid your dungeon. So the game mechanics are relatively straightforward. To zoom in and out, you squeeze your controllers, pull them apart, push them back together. You can grab your controller and walk along to move you around. You can twist the entire world or the dungeon around you. And you have two rings on your left hand. So by selecting between the rings will determine whether you're building stationary objects or whether you are dropping minions into the dungeon. So regarding actual number of units, there are 5 minions right now. There's the Goblin Warrior, the Shaman, the Butcher, Berserker, Golem, and then there are 4 static defense structures like the Healing Shrine, the Spike Trap, the Ballista, and a Barricade. And they're all very well done. They're very cute. You can zoom right in and see them when you pick them up and move them around, which you'll have to do because they're not smart enough to go back to the healing pad. They won't know to rush unless the good guys get within a certain distance, so they won't back up your other guys. If you have one guy attacking at the front, for example, you'll want to make sure that you are actively moving stuff around. And while you're doing that, you got to be smashing stuff around the stage because that's how you get more of this glowy stuff that gives you the points to buy the units. Also, while you're breaking things up, you're going to find hidden items, things like magic spells or bombs, that sort of thing, just kind of laying about that you can grab, pick up, and utilize with your own hands. And that's it. You've got to figure out how to stop them from getting from the entrance to wherever your crystal thingamadeely that generates this stuff for you is. So let's get straight to the review. This thing is going for $11.49 Canadian. And how many cross-dressing fairy goblin mothers would I give this? Honestly, for what this is, I'm going to score this a 3.5 out of 5. This thing's pleasantly surprised me. The graphics look good. The units, picking them up and moving them around, there are 3 different dungeons, and of those 3 dungeons, there are 3 difficulty levels for each. Now, in the hardest difficulty, it will get really, really hard. But because this is kind of an entry-level priced game, if you like tower defense games, I think actually this is something you should look into. If you don't like that style of game, stay away from here. This is not going to change your mind. It is the basic tower defense. You have guys coming along a certain path. Some of the maps get really big, so you're actually going to have to spin around and move around. The beginning ones start small, but they move up in difficulty. Everything is pretty. The voiceovers are well done. So where this game loses points is almost entirely on variety. The fact that there are only 3 different dungeons that you can actually play through, and I know that there are different difficulty levels in each, but the limited number of units that will either attack or that you can actually deploy, that hurts the score a little bit. But I mean, keep in mind, this game is still early access, so that stuff may all get added, but I can't score on what can get added to the game. I'm scoring on the game as it is right now. Honestly, I went into this not having very high expectations and being turned around. So maybe you're only going to get, you know, 1, 2, maybe 3 hours out of this game, but at the asking price that they're going for, if you like tower defense, I would recommend it. And that's it. That's another review by Barefoot Gaming. Thank you so much for watching us. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. I love hearing from you, and I'll talk to you again real soon. See ya.